Today we're going to be working on this Nissan truck behind me. This is a 21 plate Euro 6 engine. It's D23 model. Right, what we know about this truck, so the customer told us that it was driving along and all of a sudden the truck stopped. So with plenty of warnings on the dashboard, it does not crank. So join me and let's find out what's wrong with this truck. First of all, let's obviously confirm the customer complaint. So we've got a few warnings on the dashboard, immobilizer, DTC or warning on the dashboard, so low oil pressure, and a few other warnings on the dashboard, and obviously I'm pressing the actual brake and obviously nothing happens on the dashboard, and I can also see that the engine module is not on the list, so there is actually a few ones missing. So the transmission is there. Let's see if we can talk with it. Yes, we can. Engine speed, so that will make sense because I can't see the engine model online. Seems to be offline. So right, let's talk a little bit about what we can see at the moment and what do we have. So this looks like a module offline, and obviously the our list of DTCs confirms that. So we do have the engine control module offline. Know for a fact that this happens when you reflash the engine control module. So for those who don't know, so when you do a remap, or not a remap, a reflash, so there is a certain time, a specific time that the engine model goes offline to obviously rewrite the new software, and you get warning on the dash, low oil pressure. This doesn't mean that the engine actually has a low oil pressure. It could have, but this is what you get. Obviously one of the modules, or the IPDM, which we're gonna get there in a minute. It's offline, or the engine control model is offline. So at the moment we don't know which one is. Um, I'm gonna start with, well, checking the basics, checking the fuses. Right, so I had a little look on the wiring diagram, and one thing that I noticed straight away is with the ignition on, we should have some sort of pressure, so fuel pressure, and we haven't got nothing there. And the fuse feeding the lift pump, it's on the IPDM, so it's on this model here. So this calls the IPDM, which stands for Intelligent Power Distribution Module. So we're gonna take it, open it, and check all the fuses. You see right there? Right, let's. I like to use this tool. It's basically test light, but it's with an LED. It has this little needle there, and it gives you the voltage. So, like so. If you can see, if you can see that or not, but yeah, there we go. You get the idea. Now check the fuses. So the fuses for the fuel pump is this first 15 amp fuse. which I don't know if you can see that, which is good. I think you can see that there. So the red light, and then on the other port, the red light as well. Now, the other fuse that we need to check is basically a main relay, which is a 20 amp fuse, which it's the feed for the engine ECU, which we're going to check it now, which is this fuse down there. I think you can see it. It's a 20 amp fuse. Let's have a little look and see if you've got a blown fuse or not. We've got a red light on one side, see that? And then we do have a blown fuse. We do have a blown fuse, guys. That's probably why we haven't got communication. You see that? It's a blown fuse. So the question is, and you're probably gonna ask, why? There's always a reason why this happens. So let's see. Let's see if the actual fuse pops straight away, or if it's an intermittent fault. But first, and this is going to sound, oh, it's going to look weird. We're going to have a good sniff on this component. So because if this component is shorted internally, it could um, give you it could smell like melted plastic or components. If not so, we we will need to open this model and verify and confirm that the model is not good. But yeah, I can't I can't really smell I can't really smell nothing different. So we're gonna replace the fuse and carry on with all the other checks. Right, when working with this sort of um, concerns or issues, I do like to use this little wire loop because it's easier to do some measurements and obviously replace the fuse as well. And I'm going to show you again when if I put a brand new fuse there, literally it pops straight away. Did you see that? So we've got like a short somewhere on the engine harness, or like I said, I'm suspecting a short to ground or a short to positive on the harness, or a bad module. Right, so again, I went back to the drawing board. I had a little look on the wiring diagrams, and that fuse feeds it's one of the feeds for the engine module. And because obviously the engine module, as we saw, is offline, so I'm suspecting there was a short on that sort of um, feed, that power supply feed. So we're going to take the airbox out and check the connections, wiggle test, but it's still exactly the same. So it blows the actual fuse straight away. So at the moment, um, it seems to be all good. But I already checked the wiring diagrams and the feed for the engine ECU, one of the feeds from the IPDM the engine ECU is on this plug here, which I'm gonna try to disconnect it. I'm just gonna put it on here. You see what I'm doing? Yeah, you can. So we're gonna have a little look first. See if the pins and the connectors are good, and then go from there. So they'll look alright. Engine ECU also looks alright, and once again, I can't really smell melted plastic or that sort of stuff that we said. So now we can test for short to ground. So the actual feed actually is what one of the feeds on this connector, one of the main feeds, it's this red wire. So we're gonna see, or we're gonna check or test, if you like, if it's shorted to ground or not. Always check your equipment. So at the moment we are checking the ground, and you can probably hear the beep. And let's see if this wire is shorted to ground. So that, can you hear that? Need to find where. Let me just carry on and do more wiggle, or just try to unplug components, because it could be a short component as well. It will do this as well. Still nothing. Oh, we've got something. Is it down here? Down there? Got it. Oh, I think I can see it. Oh, I think I can see it already. I think we found the problem. Pretty sure the issue is there, right there. So I'm gonna take this apart and see what we can find. Oh, oh yes, guys, check this out. So try to zoom in. So and that's it. So we found our short to ground. It was actually on this bit of harness. So what I did was add a few more electric tape, and then tied it down with 2 extra cable ties, and then I just added a little bit of a little pad, a foam pad between the harness and this metal mount, because as we saw, it was digging on the actual engine harness, and obviously exposed the wire, and then it caused shortage to ground. So we're going to put all that together. Fuse box, not fuse box, airbox, and actually we can actually test if it blows again. There we go. You actually see it? Probably not. So let's put some extra light here. You guys can see a little bit better. Right, let's reconnect the battery, and then let's see if the fuse is going to blow again. No, seems to be okay. Just gonna wiggle the wire, and then you guys can keep an eye on the fuse and see if it blows. I'm pretty sure that is still okay. That is fine. So we're gonna disconnect the battery again and remove the wiring, the wire loop, and obviously fit the proper fuse. So it's on brand new fuse. Go in all the way in. That's it. That's it. Now let's reinstall reinstall the airbox. Plug in our airflow meter. Right, let's go inside. Let's go inside and read the DTCs. So back inside of the vehicle, guys, I've reconnected the battery. Just gonna press the button and see what happens. Right, let's see. So straight away we can see that the EML is back on. I can't remember if it was before, because obviously as we know, the engine model was offline. We do have a few warnings, which is normal, but we can see straight away that the low pressure, the low oil pressure warning is gone. I've loaded the console for as well, so we are at the moment we are reading the DTCs, which are these ones, and there we go. So as we can see there, the engine module is back online, and we can probably, yeah, no faults, which is even better. So if we go back, we're gonna raise all the codes and see if it starts. I'm pretty sure that this truck is gonna start. um we do have good voltage, so obviously the stabilizer is on, so should be able to start. um Engine speed from the transmission is basically because the engine module was offline, and that's antenna, it was probably because, yeah, because the BCM body control module couldn't see the engine control module online. So we're gonna raise all these codes. And let's see if this truck wants to start. I'm pretty sure it will. Can take a little bit, so let's just try to see if the actual truck starts or not. Yeah, starts straight away. So yeah, we are up and running now, and with no DTCs. Now let's see if that immobilizer light goes away. We'll probably need to lock and unlock the vehicle a few times. And there we go. So yeah, it's back online. There's no DTCs. So obviously the triangle is just telling us that obviously the seatbelt is not on, and then this arrow, it was just because we've cycled the ignition. So if we carry out and read the DTCs again, we should be all good. So yeah, happy days. So that's truck. This truck is fixed, as we can see. It's definitely running. So that's about it, guys. So we're gonna get authorization from the customer to carry out an extended test drive on this truck, just to make sure that the truck runs fine. But yeah, it was basically we started by scanning the vehicle, obviously as we always do. Checked the powers and grounds on our IPDM, which is basically the module feeding the engine ECU. So when we confirmed that there was a blown fuse, which is one of the feeds to the engine control module, and we replaced the fuse, and it popped straight away. So we suspected a module, a bad module, or a short to positive or a short to ground. So we've had a little look, and we dress it down to a short to ground on the engine harness. Was on the actually was rubbing against the metal mount on the engine. So it was just a case of repair the wire and add some extra cable ties just to make the wiring harness a little bit more secure, and then obviously replace a fuse, reinstall all the components, and retest. So that's about it, guys. So if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Once again, thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.